Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Preparation Ape, your number one source for entertainment, video speak, technical difficulties, a lack of Skype calls, and all sorts of other great things. This is, of course, coming to you live via twitch.tv/chainsawApe. The time is 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, much like every Friday where you'll see this wonderful talk show we have here. I'm DKP, along with my beautiful co-host and partner, the Major Tom.
Hello, everyone.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, doing fine.
We real fucked the pooch on trying to get prepared for this.
We certainly did.
We got there. We're live. We're a couple minutes late, but we're here.
So yeah, there was something I was trying to implement for the last couple hours, and this is kind of why we're a little bit lack of preparedness tonight. Trying to integrate where you fellas, you being the audience, can call in directly here. We guys hear you, you hear us. It's all happy on Skype. We even got a phone number. You can just call in on that. Yep. And yeah, but there's this thing called virtual audio cable, and it's a
bitch.
It's like...
It's a motherfucker.
I wouldn't say it's Hitler, but it might be like Ava Braun.
Okay, that's fair.
So
Johnny
yeah,
Pep says, howdy, howdy. What's up, Johnny Paps? Le Buffet Man says, oh, so wonderful and oh, so beautiful. Thank you, we tried.
Ah, Jesus. What a week. How do you feel? How's your week going? How's your week?
My week is going...
That's great. So, yeah.
Yep. That's
Anyways, so what's on the agenda for tonight? What are we talking about?
We're going to do a couple of things. We're going to talk about what we know about the Nintendo NX. Pulled this up from a NeoGAF thread, so we're going to make sure that we give credit to Hero of Legend who put it all together.
Fuck that guy.
Nah, he did a good job. He got all the facts, he put them together. And then we're going to talk about Amiibo. This is something that we've discussed earlier in the week, but specifically with the ethics of Amiibo and the way that structure works with DLC. So... we both, I think we're on opposing sides of this.
It was an argument we almost had earlier this week, and I was like, wait, we should table it.
Yeah. So we're going to be talking about that, and then we're going to kick off a new segment that we're going to be trying to do every week. That I'm pretty excited about.
That's actually, that's going to come after the initial discussions, etc.
Yep. We're going to close out the show with like segments. The final segment, of course, being. The game where you can win a $25 Amazon gift card, which we have now aptly named that Vidya. So we're going to be playing a little bit of that. We're going to be giving away $25.
We're going to be jerking each other off.
That's definitely true.
That's only for premium subscribers, though.
Absolutely. Make sure you subscribe by clicking. We don't have a script. Yeah, we can't do that.
You all right there?
I might be having a seizure.
Anticipating that supreme wank that's coming. So yes, so I guess we should go over NX first.
Yep.
Right?
So
a bunch of new shit was revealed, right? Oh, hold on. Well, two things happened.
Not necessarily revealed.
Right.
I mean, basically, this guy, Hero of Legend over at NeoGAF, him and a couple of other guys, they went and found sources of actual things that Nintendo have said about the NX. That kind of helps us piece together all the information that we have about it to know, when to expect it and things like that. So a lot of this stuff we've kind of discussed in the past, but this is the first time that there's ever been like a full list of everything that's ever been said about the NX and kind of the future.
And there were sort of, there were leaked shit.
Yeah, there were a lot of rumors.
Turned out to be fake. That happened this week, right?
Yeah, that we were going to talk about things like it was going to be 900p, which seems a little low.
So if the Wii U is 1080... Right? Yeah. Why the fuck would they go to 900? Not to mention, I'll tell you, on the list, one of the included boxed items, right? And this scared the shit out of me, like, honestly, was that it said a sensor bar was included.
Yeah.
And I was like, no.
I mean, that's completely possible if they want you to be able to play the older stuff.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. I thought, like, there's no way they're doing fucking motion controls again with it. And I got terrified for a minute.
Anything's possible.
Well,
so you ready to kick it off?
Yes.
All right, so like I said, Hero of Legend, him and a couple of other guys over on NeoGAF put together this. So we're going to go through each of the items. I'm going to read off a couple of things, and we're going to talk about them and go into detail or not go into detail depending on how interesting it is. So number one.
That sounds riveting.
Nintendo, this is back January 31st, 2013 is when this piece of information... Sensor bar. Sounds like a conspiracy. January 31st, 2013. So nearly 3 years ago. Nintendo merged their handheld and console systems, now known as the Integrated Research and Development Division. So basically what this means is they the people that were working on the hardware for the 3DS or the DS or the DS Lite or whatever, and the people that were working on the GameCube and the Wii and the NX and all this stuff, they have now merged into one team. I think that alone is fairly telling as to where they want to go. And this was 3 years ago when this happened. So I feel like that's the first sign of what people have been speculating, which is that you'll be able to play it at home and then take it with you.
Yeah, so if they're able to pull that off correctly, right? And it's not shitty, it's not some sort of weird, how would you say, Nintendo-esque thing they do with it.
Yep.
That honestly, that would like pretty much revolutionize gaming, period. That would set the new standard for
sure.
Pretty much everything moving forward.
I think now that, everybody uses their handheld device, their mobile phone, to play games or do all the things that they do, it's kind of made the handhelds like the Vita and the 3DS kind of obsolete. So number 2.
Yeah.
So Iwata's first mention of a new project. Iwata is the late former president.
What's he late for exactly?
I don't know.
He's dead.
He is dead. Don't be disrespecting Iwata.
That was actually a Clockwork Orange reference.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't catch
Your wife, she's dead. You don't remember that?
No.
Get a load of this.
That movie's just all right, number 2. Iwata's first mention of a new project that will feature some unified architecture. So it's pretty long what he says, but basically the gist of it is what we mean by integrating platforms is not integrating handheld devices and home consoles to make only one machine. What we're aiming at is to integrate the architecture to form a common basis for software development so that we can make software assets more transferable.
So what does he mean by that exactly? Okay, go on.
What he means is specifically software. That the software will be able to play on both devices. That the software.
I thought the device was like kind of one and the same.
This is January 31st, 2013. So this is 3 years ago. So this is before they had gotten into any kind of talks about what the NX is.
Gotcha.
By the way, guys, I just got my LAN cable from Amazon. That gift card thing is real. Appreciate
Glad to
that,
hear it,
Muffin
Mr.
Mans.
Muffin Mains.
It is real.
Allegedly.
Yep. They'll also work to avoid software lineup shortages or software development delays. So I feel like that's one of the bigger challenges that Nintendo has is, they'll release 15 games for the 3DS every year. They'll release 15 games for their console every year. Now, we're going to double that. Now the people that are working on games for either will be making games for both. So we should see a faster turnaround with exclusive Nintendo titles, which I think is fairly exciting.
I don't know hypothetically we should.
Yeah.
But let's be honest here.
Well, if it's as powerful as they say, these games are probably going to take longer.
It's not going to be.
We'll see. Hopefully this will give us more information on that. There is the point on them industry-leading chips.
Oh.
So, number 3,
chips.
Another mention of the architecture by Iwata and how he wanted to take advantage of what they've done Wii U's architecture, but not really reuse it. Also expressing dissatisfaction with the effort needed when porting Wii games to 3DS and 3DS games to Wii U as a reason to do this. Yeah. So the basic gist, he talks about it a little more. It will become important for us to accurately take advantage of what we have done with the Wii U architecture. It, of course, does not mean that we're going to use exactly the same architecture as Wii U, but we're going to create a system that can absorb the Wii U architecture adequately.
Okay.
Which,
if you say architecture one more time, I'm going to pistol whip you.
Well, if they didn't fucking write it, I wouldn't say it. It doesn't look like it's popping up anymore, at least in this state.
Thank God.
When this happens, home consoles and handheld devices will no longer be completely different, and they will become like brothers in a family of systems.
Darth Axis says, being powerful and being something powerful that companies want to use is another thing.
That's true.
So basically, it's kind of like the Wii U. Like when the Wii U first came out, that was, I believe, more powerful than the Xbox 360 and such.
Yeah, but...
So technically it was, but...
More powerful than a console that came out in 2006 or 2005.
But
on you.
But that's what he's saying.
For sure.
Nobody wants to use it.
Absolutely.
Because it was a gimmick and shitty.
So, number 4, which is another comment related to that, he said, Iwata's comments about the above being compared to Apple and Android.
Bah.
To cite a specific case, Apple is able to release smart devices with various form factors, one after another, because there is one way of programming adopted by all platforms.
This is going back to architecture, isn't it?
I don't see the word architecture. Apple has a common platform called iOS. Another example is Android. Though there are various models, Android does not face software shortages because there is one common way of programming on the Android platform that works with various models.
So I think we're getting stuck in the past a little bit on this, because this is where it's confusing a little bit. Like, this article seems new, which it has
this
new
is
info.
January 30th, 2014, so 2 years
exactly.
ago.
So it sounds like, when we're discussing this, like, all this shit was kind of just recently decided.
For sure.
But this is kind of elaborating on things we already knew about the NX.
Absolutely. But it's important to make some of our lovely viewers may not be aware that the next Nintendo is being designed with the idea that they're going to make something that is sustainable. Make games for it that can come to the platform and possibly work on other platforms.
Yeah, so that was something, I forget, maybe it was you that brought it up a while back, right? That the problem with, I think it was, that the problem with Wii games and Wii U games, right? Seeing as how they have the goofy fucking control setup, right? You have your nunchucks, all that horse shit.
Nunchucks?
Yeah, you had your Wii nunchuck and then the Wii
Nunchuck?
What the fuck was it called?
Nunchuck.
None fuck your mother. How about that?
Sounds
Anyways,
good.
no, so, but like, there's no backwards compatibility for that.
Yeah.
There's no way that you can do any of that.
Absolutely.
So the whole sustainability, of course, is lost completely. You know how they could kind of reverse that and make that kind of okay? Just use a fucking regular controller. Problem fucking solved.
Yep. I don't think we're going to use that based on some stuff that's coming down the pipeline, but we'll see. Number 5. This happened on March 17th, 2015, so we're getting closer to the present. The NX is announced and is the codename of a dedicated game platform with a brand new concept with more information to be shared in 2016.
All right, let's...
As proof that Nintendo remains strong, and this was when they did a stockholder or investors meeting when they were talking about the fact that they were going to be making mobile games. So in order to let people know that just because they're making mobile games, they're not going to give up.
Have we gotten any of those mobile games, by the way?
No, we get the first one this year.
And what is it exactly? Wasn't it like Poke Tournament or something?
Miitomo something. Basically, it's like a social network using Miis. Yeah. Your face says it all.
Who the fuck likes Miis?
As proof that Nintendo... I don't fucking know. People do. I mean,
that must be a Japan thing.
Xbox picked them up. I mean, people like making avatars of themselves. They just do.
Who wants to play games with them, though?
I mean, if it's an RPG, generally speaking, I create like a character who looks
No. I'm not talking like RPG. I mean like the Miis.
Yeah, I mean, when I play Mario Kart and I get the option to play as Miis, do I? No. I think it's pretty funny when people make like goofy-looking celebrities and things like that and use them in Smash, but is it important? No. Not at all.
So that's their flagship fucking mobile title, is a Mii, like, hey, it's me.
Maybe not
me
flagship,
playground.
but at least the first one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, their premier mobile title.
Premier, yes.
What the
Good work.
fucking idiots.
All right, so
Could have been Mario. And hold on, I don't mean to break the flow here.
You're fine.
But what have we talked about? What is it called?
Reggie's Law.
Reggie's Law. They have a good idea somewhere, and it's 2 steps ahead. Like, they did need to get into the mobile business, right?
Yep.
Although I don't want them to, but I understand business-wise they need to.
Yep.
And so they're making that right choice, right? So they take 2 steps forward into the mobile industry. But then Reggie's Law dictates, and it's right every fucking time. For every 2 steps forward Nintendo takes, it needs to take 1 step back.
I'm hoping that the more we reveal information here, the hope becomes greater and stronger that they're actually going to start making some good decisions. And I'll talk about some of the evidence we have here in a second. So this is number 5, March 17th, where they basically announced the codename NX. As proof that Nintendo maintains strong enthusiasm for the dedicated game system business, let me confirm that Nintendo is currently developing a dedicated game platform with a brand new concept under the development codename NX. It is too early to elaborate on the details, but we hope to share more information with you next year. This was last year. Number 6, Iwata also announced a new membership service. They're working with DNA on one that encompasses
DNA.
NX alongside DNA.
Like blood or semen or what?
No. It's a company name. And it's spelled D, lowercase e, capital N, capital A. DNA. Encompasses NX alongside Wii U, 3DS mobile devices, and PCs, and will form one of the core elements of the NX. Nintendo, together with DNA, will jointly develop a new membership service which encompasses the existing Nintendo 3DS and Wii U systems. The new hardware system with a brand new concept, NX, and smart devices and PCs, and Nintendo will bring the primary party to operate this new membership service.
What the fuck does that even mean?
What that means is that we will be getting a unified account system that will work across all of these devices. So you can pull up your PC and go to the store and buy games and do things like that. You can do it on a mobile app. You can do it on your NX controller. You can do it on your Wii U, on your 3DS. But you'll be able to buy games for any of these platforms using this. And it's a Nintendo Network service. It's basically what everybody else is already fucking
Yeah, I was about to say, so a lot of this isn't quite new or exciting.
Yeah, it's new and exciting for Nintendo.
Yeah, for the fact that it was a pain in the ass before. And now
yes, exactly.
So
exactly.
We got a couple of comments. Darth Axis says, Nintendo needs to buy the rights for Dreamcast 2. Sega needs to pay rent and we need a developer.
Hells yeah. Johnny Pap says, man, I want a beer or whiskey. Rattlesnake drink from Korea. Agree with Axis.
Korea? With that. Dave, you don't think margaritas are gay, do you? Nothing? Did you not?
I love the interview.
Wait to let me just fucking.
No, it's good. It's a good joke that just it carries on. If I haven't heard you say it 300,000 times before.
The fuck's the last time I said that?
I don't fucking know.
Exactly.
Last time we talked about the interview, which was less than 2 weeks ago.
Oh, sorry, I made a joke 2 weeks ago.
It's okay.
You ain't pulling that shit on me.
It's okay.
Not today, mon frere.
All right, number 7. I want to discuss about Nintendo internally analyzing what hurdles exist to the removal of region locking for the NX. I find this one really interesting.
If PS4 could do it, I believe Nintendo could do it.
Absolutely. My understanding is that it's not realistic on the existing video game systems because unlocking them after they are already on the market possesses a number of hurdles. On the other hand, regarding NX, we understand that many consumers hold such opinions and such suggestions exist in the market. And although we have nothing concrete at the moment, we are internally analyzing what hurdles exist to lifting region locks. That is the situation right now. We acknowledge your request, and I personally want to give it positive consideration.
But then he died, though. So
he did die. But as the president, somebody can carry on his legacy.
But the sad thing is, he didn't deliver on any of this.
Shut up, man. The dude's dead.
Come on.
The dude's dead.
Come on.
He died he was 55.
There's no such thing as
he died a young buck.
It's sad.
It's very sad.
It's a joke. Okay, people can joke about the fucking Holocaust.
You can joke about the Holocaust all you want, but don't fuck with Nintendo's president. It's a deep cut.
I don't think he'll mind anymore.
Well, his family might, and I mind.
Okay,
that's all.
Fair enough.
Number 8, games-wise, originally Dragon Quest X and Dragon Quest XI were officially confirmed at the Dragon Quest XI unveiling.
Yeah, we can...
However, Square Enix afterward claimed that this is only merely a consideration. It says Dragon Quest XI, which we announced today...
Okay, continue. Finish up, but let me comment on that afterwards.
Dragon Quest XI, which we announced today, as well as Dragon Quest X, which I'm working on as a producer, are planned for release on the NX, which Nintendo is currently developing. So I think that's a really good sign.
By the way, what's up, fellas? Out of 5?
Hey, out of 5.
So, wait, so they revealed this, and then they said, like, well, we're not actually... Did I hear that right?
Yeah, they did go back and say... Because they can't say that they're working on games for it. That's like against the NDA. Okay. Basically, they fucked up. They let it slip.
Okay. What I thought happened more accurately was Square Enix once again going like, here's this new console coming out, and they're going, hey guys, check out this game that's long anticipated. It's just kind of a tech demo. It doesn't really exist.
Yeah. Well,
I almost thought it was a remake.
It's for sure coming to PlayStation 4. So if it's coming to PlayStation 4 and NX, that's a good sign.
Right,
and especially like that's automatically like putting in or setting in stone that there is at least some sort of third party partnership going on with Nintendo and third parties, which is the biggest problem.
Yeah, it also bodes well to say that it's playable on both, which means you don't have to stick some sort of like weird prostate massager up to control it with your sphincter kegels.
Exactly.
The control scheme will work on both.
It's like reading between the lines to see that this is actually a really good move.
Well, let's hope so.
Yep. It also, seeing like Cloud and Smash, that gives you hope that the Final Fantasy VII remake is coming to that as well.
That would be nice.
It's Square. We'll see.
Darth Axis says, if Final Fantasy came back to Nintendo and they got exclusive FF title, maybe ports Alter, but I imagine after.
I feel like it would be appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Or Chrono Trigger, because, That would be nice.
Number 9, this is from October 16th, 2015. Wall Street Journal reported that Nintendo has already shipped NX dev kits to certain third-party developers, and that sources claim the NX will likely feature both a console and a handheld unit that can be used together or on the go for separate use, and use industry-leading chips after criticism of the Wii U's capabilities didn't match those of the competitors.
So the thing is, and I think this is the big question, we know that it's going to come with a console version, right, and a handheld version. Mm-hmm. That's me sounding redundant right there, but
for sure,
is to lead into this, like, can you use do they both have the same capability, right? Because I think at one point they did say, like the Wii U, right? How you can just play directly on the gamepad, it almost streams it to it.
Yeah.
But could you take that from like your home and leave and like go on the bus with it, go to work with it?
I think that's the thing that's going to be really interesting because I mean these kind of things they're either going to require Wi-Fi, which not everywhere is going to have Wi-Fi, because I feel like your data and everything has to be saved to the cloud in order for you to be able to play it, right?
I guess so. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Unless there's some sort of like memory unit that goes from your console to the controller, which I see that as being like not feasible.
Yeah, memory cards very appropriately are a thing of the past.
Or it's tied to some sort of like 3G, 4G network.
Oh, that would be fucking terrible.
Do you remember
the N-Gage?
Oh, of course I do. That taco-shaped fucking piece of shit. All right, so yeah, basically
taco-shaped piece of shit.
What I really like in this is after criticism that the Wii U's capabilities didn't match those of the competitors. So they were like, okay, it's clear that people have a problem with the performance of our games for this platform. So it is imperative that we step our fucking games up.
After how many years were they like, wait a minute, so people are mad because it's not as powerful and graphically...
If you notice a trend, and this trend will continue...
When did that happen?
If you notice a trend, and this trend will continue throughout this, these 19 different items we have, we're about halfway, is that Nintendo is listening and making adjustments to align themselves more with like what other people are doing.
It only
with
takes
third-party support.
2 full console generations.
Regardless, better late than fucking.
I know. I'm just giving Nintendo a good old ribbon.
It's shocking hearing that they're even trying to go this route.
But it's sad to say that it's shocking for us to hear that.
With Nintendo, no. It is unfortunate, but they're getting there. Blah blah blah. Number 10. The Nintendo account system was announced. So this is when they basically got into the specifics that you can use the Nintendo account system on your tablet or your smartphone or your 3DS or your Wii U or your PC. Follow me on Twitch. I got GTA DS Black Belt 10. What's up, Ankin?
In fact,
hang out a little while, throw us a follow, and we'll come check out your channel.
Or if you just came in to plug, go fuck yourself. Right?
If you just came in to plug, yes, definitely go fuck yourself. But if you came in to meet some new friends, help build up a community, we're all about it. So hang out a little bit, see if you like what you do.
I'm not sure
what's going
that
on.
Was the intent.
And if you hang out a while, your name will keep popping up, and then we'll keep seeing you, and then that'll inspire us more. If 45 minutes from now, if we're like, hey, you remember that guy? I don't remember his name.
Hey, you know what? Out of fight, can you ban that guy?
Are you serious?
Look how much time we've devoted to this guy who came in to plug. This is unacceptable. This is prep ape.
This DS Black Belt guy might be the key to our success for the future.
No, come on.
We may be talking to him.
Let's do this.
We could build up more. We could cross promote. We could do that whole thing.
Cross promote is one thing. Hopping into plug is not tolerated.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you made the call to ban him. Fuck it.
I've never done that before.
No, you haven't. So, yeah, we basically touched on it, but a new account system. It's going to be called, you ready for this?
No, I don't think I'm ready.
Nintendo account.
That's it?
The name of this new account system is Nintendo account.
Is it? It's not called
that's the literal name of it.
It's not called like a Amiibo account or some goofy shit?
Nope, that's it. That's what I'm saying. They're figuring shit out. I know it's a very generic name, but that's kind of fine. He better be talking about WWE 2K16.
Well, I don't know. You might have to ask him, actually.
I don't know nothing about that WWE. New program. Oh, yeah, they're going to do a new points program. So they used to have the Club Nintendo.
Yeah, and they fucking axed it completely, right?
Yeah, there's a couple of points on here I want to touch on. Let me see if I can find it. Whether you have played the software for dedicated game systems or our applications for smart devices, you can earn points that can then be used for our dedicated game systems or smart devices. So you could get points that you can use for getting console stuff. Naturally, you can earn points by purchasing software. With the new points, you can obtain digital add-on content, which will make the game you're playing even more fun. Original merchandise, so the cool kind of shit like hats or plushies or whatever. Or a coupon, which can be used for discounts for new software. I think that's pretty snazzy. The name of that service is going to be called My Nintendo.
Ah, Drunk Gizmo.
What's up, Drunk Gizmo?
Welcome, my friend. Glad you're able to catch us this time.
All right, number 12. Miyamoto ponders making a game.
Miyamoto.
That he's the creator of Zelda and Mario Brothers and all the things. Pikmin, Star Fox.
The legendary Miyamoto.
Yep.
With that beautiful
probably the most famous game developer of all
with that beautiful pedophilic smile.
He does have a pedophilic
It strikes right into your loins.
He's a handsome guy. I like that Miyamoto. Miyamoto ponders what making a game that runs on both a console and a handheld. Certainly from a development standpoint, there's some challenge to it, because if you have two devices that have different specs, you're being told to design it in a way that the game runs on both devices. Then that can be challenging for the developer. But if you have a more unified development environment and you're able to make one game that runs on both systems instead of having to make a game for each, that's an area of opportunity for us.
So Drunk Gizmo asks, me too, what are we in preparation for? Wait, I got this.
Go ahead.
Ape.
Oh! I see what you did there.
Get him. No, we were going over some of the new upcoming information about
what
Nintendo
we know
and
about
X.
the NX.
Then, here in just a moment, it's going to be the debate of the century. Amiibo and ethics.
Yep.
Oh,
all rolled into one beautiful
I got baby powder all over my hands. Ready to fucking go.
And we're going to have a brand new segment that we're bringing on after that. And then after that, we're giving away a $25 gift card in a game that we like to call Name That Vidya.
Well, I wanted to call it...
What did you want to call it? You had some name.
It was the Amazon gift card extravaganza bondanza sponsored by herpes or something like that.
Something ridiculous.
It was pretty long.
Yep.
But I guess that's more. That's simple.
We settled on something simple.
Did I tell you? Just as a quick aside.
Yeah.
Speaking of like names, I went to a trivia the other a week ago or two, and our trivia name for our group was Kathy Chambers and the Fetal Alcohol Experience, and we placed number 7, and we were like really close a couple times.
The Fetal Alcohol Experience.
Yeah, they kept having to read it out.
Yeah.
And every time, it felt like a really small victory, even though we lost.
No, it's good. 7th place, oofta. Out of like 20 though, right?
No, out of like 20 plus.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not too bad. Ankin says, didn't Microsoft try that with games for Windows? One platform to develop on? I think Windows, I think that was more of an account system type thing.
Whatever.
It was more all unified. Because like games don't necessarily have to have games for Windows to be able to. I know you're having some trouble with Bulletstorm lately. You were wanting to stream that, and obviously we haven't done that.
Well, not to say that... Windows Live fucked a lot of shit. Yep. I don't want to talk. It's like recurring like when I was molested as a kid. I don't want to talk about it.
Fair enough. Drunk Gizmo says, oh, sweet. But Joe wants to herpes DKP. That shot doesn't leave you.
It certainly doesn't.
All
Neither does the $25 Amazon gift card that
That's true.
You could win. That's the point.
That's true. That's true.
This is stupid.
This is one of my favorite comments. Number 13, this was June 23rd, 2015. Shinya Takashi says that Nintendo wants to make the NX exciting by looking at the perspective of the players. Now, that's relevant for many reasons, but when the PlayStation 4 was announced, that was what they said their goal was. Our goal is to focus on the players. We're not going to do
they said focus on the developers.
No, that was how they built everything out. They said, developers, what do you guys want? And they said, we want a platform that's easy to develop for, easy to port games for, things like that. But
developers, what do you want? I like it.
We want
easy to develop. Oh, okay.
Well, yeah.
Well, I fucking assumed.
That's what. Yeah, but if you think
I know.
Sony coming off the cell processor.
Look, you see, that was the joke was there. It didn't need any more investigation.
We all had that uncle with the closet with aptly named games like Sorry and Risk. Oh, what the fuck?
You know, Zod says, or I'm a nerd says, games for Windows Live
is one of the worst things to happen.
Second to fucking microtransactions.
I'm actually kind of a fan of microtransactions. We'll have.
We'll get to the
discussion
Amiibo
one day.
thing here in a minute. That's going to be where all that shit.
Nintendo is going to kill it if everything I'm hearing is correct, which it almost never is. All of this stuff is from people who work at Nintendo. That's why it's what we know, not what we are speculating, things like that.
Right.
These are what we know. We are adding some speculation to it, but it's all turning out pretty solid so far. So I want to touch on that comment that Shinya Takashi said. He said, for us, the next step is to think about what is going to be the element that's really going to catch the attention of a large number of players again and get them excited. We're constantly thinking about this idea of the perspective of the players and the needs of the players. In terms of what we can do with our ability and our technology to capture that excitement and passion. Goal being make gamers happy.
Oh, wow, that's a really vague way to say that.
Still, I mean, to me, what that says is like, let's focus on the hardcore. Let's focus on gamers. Let's not focus on grannies. Let's not focus on like having your fucking friend come over and be like, oh, look at this neat technology. I'm interested in this. Let's focus on fucking gamers.
You got friends that come over to your house and I think I'll use my credit card. Look at this wonderful technology. I think I'll invest in this stock.
Wait till you come over and see that PlayStation VR. You're going to be saying,
my God, Tommy, your child is walking. Look at this technology.
Dude, I can't wait till that little dude walks. That's going to be so exciting.
Well, hopefully.
Until he starts running
walk
and
like an oncoming traffic or anything.
Up.
That's when that becomes a real possibility. No, I'm just saying, like, you got to think of these things.
Whoa.
That could happen.
You're getting dark on me, homie.
No, I'm just trying to make... You need to be aware that could happen. And you need to be fail-safe against it.
As a parent, you're constantly fucking scared.
Well, yeah. And as someone from the outside perspective, I'm just saying, like, hey, man, you might not realize that's a possibility. You should...
Idify says, Nintendo grandiose ideas.
Yeah.
Gizmo says, I understand more microtransactions. Blah, blah, blah. More, I understand... Holy shit, we already lost it. I understand microtransactions, but I've never really used them except for ESO. Bought some crowns, but that's about it. I will not pay the cards. I will not buy the cards for GTA 5 or any other game. Wait, they want to fuck gamers? Idify says, LOL. I had the same thought.
Wait a minute.
Darth Axis says, damn, DKB. Way to be a beta uncle, right?
Beta? What are you... I'm looking out for his best interest.
And now they are exactly like the uncle in the closet.
Is this that sort of thing where it's like, I'm not the cool uncle because I wouldn't let him walk into oncoming traffic?
Fair.
Jesus Christ.
Number 14, Miyamoto has confirmed that he's
win.
taking a step back from NX's development after having a large hand in both the Wii and the Wii U's development.
Oh, thank God.
Right? Like Nintendo, like fucking Miyamoto, don't focus on hardware, bro. Nobody wants some new and exciting, innovative way to play a game.
That's always the fucking way they pitch it.
Yeah.
I should start pitching it to VKP like, hey, I found this new and exciting way to have maritals. It's like, really? That sounds great. Oh yeah, it's anal.
I was about to go into butt.
Yeah, you're not gonna like it.
You're not gonna like it.
It's awful.
Make sure you get some towels.
Yeah, you have to use this neat cloth peripheral. Otherwise, it's going to be horrendous.
All right. Yeah, he's going to focus on software. Great. Awesome. Don't focus on hardware. Number 15. Kashima confirms the dedicated game platforms are still their chief preoccupation. NX is in development. Reaffirming, basically he just says on December 3rd, 2015, the NX, the code name for the Nintendo, is in development. A step in our dedicated device strategy, the core and primary focus of our business. Not some fucking life, whatever improvement bullshit. Not trying to build as many gamers as possible. Like, don't try to convert new gamers. Let's focus on the ones that are there.
We're not going to see the commercials of like old people on the couch going, look.
You're gonna see fucking fat chubs
sort of
like
shit.
us playing video games.
It's just gonna be a solid 30-second pan across a room with some guy silent. You're gonna hear the of like the control sticks hitting, and it's gonna be like Nintendo NX.
Number 16. Kashima confirms that the NX will move away from the Wii and Wii U, referencing how it is difficult to move fans from the current platform to the next. As far as NX goes, I've said it's different and obviously a new experience. If you look back to the beginning of our conversation today, we talked about the transition from Wii hardware to the Wii U hardware and how difficult it is to explain to the consumer base what is different and new about the new hardware.
Certainly is.
It's difficult to convince them to switch from their current platform to the next. That being said, I can assure you we're not building the next version of the Wii or Wii U. It's something unique and different. It's something where
Oh no!
different from what they were doing.
So just like the rest of the industry, which is good.
Hopefully. It's something that where we have to move away from those platforms in order to make it something that will appeal to our fucking consumer base. Doesn't say fucking, I added that expletive.
We got quite a few comments here.
This is the big question, fellas.
So we'll start. Last one I saw was Idify says he agrees with Major Tom. I forget on exactly what where are we here?
Microtransactions are amazing in my opinion, but only if they are visual and non-game breaking, pay to win, etc.
Yeah,
I agree.
I think that's fucking just fine.
Yep. Drunk Gizmo says LeMayo. LaMuffin Man says like lol skins. I love that shit. You got to get them lol skins.
Lol skins? Is that like
League of Legends skins where you can get different skins for your heroes? Fucking free to play game. Get you some skins. Make your fat dude look like Santa Claus.
There was a foreskin joke I was gonna make, but you moved on too quickly. It's all right.
I feel like you are reading from the Nerds Fortune 500 magazine. This is NeoGaf, so yes. This is the big question, fellas. Is the NX the Nintendo system we have been waiting for? I will tell you this time next year.
I'll tell you what. They could sell me 100% if they're like, here's the controller, and it looks something like this. Or
I don't think it will.
And
we're gonna get to.
I mean, it doesn't have to look just like that, but
I'm actually a little concerned about the controller. But again,
Darth Axis. Why can't I say his name tonight? Darth Axis says, not how you would respond. How do you think the gaming world would respond to a company straight up said, this season we're not going to focus on using the device we have to its fullest extent?
I mean, I'm cool with it as long as they're focusing on the future.
Oh,
it's clear that the Wii U is a fucking failure, even though I love it. The Wii U is a fucking failure.
The Muff Man says, paying for EXP boosters and such is great too.
But making me pay for a gun or a character? Come on!
And not new and exciting? And Grimlock's, this might actually be true too.
It's going to be a fucking car.
Oh, I wonder if we can download it. We can 3D print that bitch.
The NX is going to be the bastard love child of Sarah Palin and Megatron. Just saying. That would be excellent. Kashima, this is basically a waste of our time. Number 17, Kashima doesn't know where the NX codename came from.
Wait a minute. Up above, you read, Miyamoto said, hey, this is codename NX.
I think Iwata said it. This comment will bring more context. Kashima is the new president, by the way. As for the codename NX, I don't believe that there's any real meaning behind it. And to be perfectly honest, I don't know where it came from. Perhaps Mr. Iwata had meant to tell me and then never got the chance.
Oh.
That's some sad shit, bro.
Pull out that Ouija board. What does the NX stand for?
Number 18. Iwata mentions wanting to make a platform that encourages a more active user rate to sustain interest in future games. We believe that maintaining the active use rate of our platform carries the same level of importance. I think you can relate when I say when we keep touching a video game system, we tend to look for the next software we want to play.
When we keep touching.
Oh my fucking god!
I'm
You're reaching, bro.
No, I'm not. That's just the way.
That's just the way perverts work. I get
That's just the way it is.
When we look back at previous hardware that did not succeed,
never gonna be the same.
They always failed to maintain the active user rate.
Boo.
On the contrary, the platforms that sold a lot established their respective positions in the market. Not because they had a lot of games. Many games were offered for the hardware as a result of the hardware selling well and establishing stuff, blah, blah. We believe that the real key to whether the hardware is able to maintain the active use rate. I should have mentioned in my earlier remarks that Nintendo wants to operate their platforms by focusing more on maintaining the active use rate. So please allow me to make this comment.
Wait, you fucking did already.
It's a translation. Get off my.
Someone should have threw a brick at him.
So what this means is to me, they want to build a basically a service that you want to stay in. They want to build something that you want to be a part of. If you think about, like, people are like, hey man, are you back in the days of the 360 or the PS3? Hey man, are you going to get the PS4 or the Xbox One? People would say, well, all my friends are playing on Xbox 360, so I'm going to get the Xbox One. That's where my friends are. Because people liked that community. People liked playing online. They liked their achievements. They liked all that kind of stuff. Those are the things that Nintendo believes is keeping people playing on a particular platform. And that is what they want to try to achieve. Not that specifically, but they want to try to achieve the best word I can think of, there's probably a better one, a culture. They want to create some sort of culture within their platform.
That is the worst word.
Well, then what?
No. I mean, like, it's a.
You're thinking of it in context of work, of jobs.
Yeah.
Oh, the culture's important. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Here at Nintendo, our culture's very good. You see, we have cereal in the break room. And we like to have fun, but be responsible.
How about this? An ecosystem. The ecosystem that you want to be a part of.
Fine.
Number 19. We're almost done. The Japan Times reported that
then
Sharp...
Then we got to get to the comments, but let's
go ahead and get to the comments.
All right, well, never mind then.
Wow.
So we got Darth Axis was saying, I meant not focus on a new console, but using the one we have. I can't type. He said that twice. Okay. He certainly can't.
Wasn't Grimlock a car in the new movie? I know Optimus wrote him. Glad DKP acknowledged it will never be the same.
Yes.
I know who you are, Nkin82.
I don't know if you do know this, but I did say that's just the way it is. Yep. And then that was, of course,
it's just
followed
the way
up,
it is. Completely agree with Tom's community culture comments. Synergy.
Oh, we could like the culture club.
Synergy. I left PC Master Race for PS4 at the moment due to changing community. Cool.
What, for real?
Man, don't take your personal feelings and stuff them up your fucking ass.
Well, if you could manifest them physically, I would.
I can.
Then do it.
It's that knife over there. That's the manifestation of your.
Yeah, I agree with Tom about the community comments too. Wow. Yep. Got a lot of people there.
Yeah.
Are you guys agreeing with him about just community is a good way to say it? Or was it a culture? Is that what we're talking about?
I think it's the idea that what they want to build is a community.
Okay, community I'm fine.
An ecosystem.
It's the culture, the idea of a culture that... Because like, when you hear culture, what would you say the Xbox culture is?
I think it is a group of people who like to play online games together. And the culture has been pinpointed or... I guess bastardized to be a console specifically for teenagers.
All right, now what would you
That's
say?
Where I'm going. That's where you're going with it, right?
Yeah. Now, what would you say the PC culture is? I don't expect you to be nice about this one either.
I'm not. The first word that comes to mind is pretentious.
Yeah. That's why I say culture is not a good word to use. Community would be better.
Ecosystem.
Because let's be honest,
the community,
none of these fucking things have good cultures.
Yeah.
That like stick out to
you. The Nintendo culture is pretty good.
well, Chainsaw Heap culture is fantastic.
I love our Chainsaw Heap culture here. I love the culture here at Chainsaw Heap.
But fuck the community, though. I like the way that we interact, but fuck all of you.
Whoa, bro.
That's more of the way it goes.
Let's leave some of these. Let's read a couple more of these.
Okay.
Boo! PC Master Race for life. Community makes me play. I like to play with friends. The PC game, specifically MOBAs, is full of entitled retards. Or maybe it's just gamers in general, and on a console, we can turn the mics off. PC culture is a completely different
ableism,
beast.
okay?
Let me rephrase. I think a modern tech community is the idea that you have a self-sustaining media dump that feeds off its own needs to show up the last content dump. No one works together in things unless it gets you views. Just lol, that community sucks.
Yeah, so does Left 4 Dead 2. Those are the worst I've encountered personally.
All right, so
let's get on with this.
Here's where a couple of fears start coming in.
Oh shit.
Excuse me. The Japan Times reports that Sharp is underway with freeform screens.
I'll
and Nintendo is its first customer, and it's set to be manufactured in 2016.
Okay, never mind. What you just accentuated by saying that took me from like, well, I was excited about that to, oh no, I see what you're saying. Continue.
One source says Nintendo is looking to make a hole in the center of a screen with it.
Yeah, that was the other part.
Like fucking donuts. You have a screen with a donut.
It's not only a console, but it's a fleshlight as well. It's perfect.
I'll bring up some pictures that will help elaborate this. Nintendo will be Sharp's first client to adopt the new LCDs. Sharp will start mass production around early 2016 at its plant in whatever the fuck place that is, bringing forward its plan by about a year. Nintendo is considering creating a hole at the center of the display, making it donut-shaped, one of the sources said. So allow me to pull up a picture real quick.
Here's your NX, and here's this as well. Here you go. You can go ahead and take that.
I don't want that.
You don't want that? Okay,
Nintendo.
well, you're going to need it. So while you're looking that up, I'll address a couple comments here. Quizzical says, Xbox is popular, therefore attracted the teens, copying their friends. Now the PS4 is popular, so you can expect those teens and brand new ones popping up all over the PSN moving forward. Shit. Bunami goes, are you serious? You can meet everyone on PC. Console ignorance. See, that was kind of what you were referring to, right? Yeah.
Yep. All right, so here's a picture. I don't know how well you can see that because I can't see what you guys are seeing. Yep, that right there is a picture of, if you want to take a look at it, that is a controller.
Did someone draw a dinosaur in it?
Yeah, that's just what the game... Nobody drew that. That's just like pictures of what it could potentially look like. What that is a controller, which people are predicting is the handheld portion of this device. which allows you to play games on the go. And the entire fucking controller is a screen. And if you notice the holes on the left and right where the joysticks would go, I think that's what this patent is all about. This is a patent that Nintendo just applied for within like the last 6 months.
Uncan82 says, DKP, you play Left 4 Dead 2? Bro, we need to play Left 4 Dead 3. Well, I haven't played in a while, but that would be something that I would definitely be interested in streaming. If you guys want to make a party, we can all do it together one Monday night or something. Grimlock says, I can finally punch my screen when I'm mad and then not cry afterwards.
All right, let's get through this because it's almost 11 o'clock, and a lot of these people are my coworkers, and they get off at 11. So I want to make sure we try to get through the game before they all go home for the night.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, we already mentioned that. Number 20. Iwata mentions that at launch, the 3DS and Wii U did not progress well and didn't acquire sufficient support from third parties. Nintendo NX is going to offer a Nintendo-like solution. He also mentions as the user base grows, more support will show. But with regard to the launch of 3DS and Wii U, not necessarily having progressed well and not acquiring sufficient support from software publishers, we intend to offer NX through a Nintendo-like solution. The larger the install base, or the more it is believed that the install base will largely expand, there is an aspect the more software publishers are likely to join. So basically that means we just need to sell a shitload of these so we can get a bunch of support. Which is fucking common sense. That's not really a topic. Number 21. Iwata also mentioned that upon the NX's launch, they won't abandon the 3DS and Wii U. Don't really care about that. You should abandon them both. Number 22.
You absolutely should.
Ginyo Takeda mentions that regarding input and output technologies, Nintendo should challenge itself with the creation of a super unique user interface. I understand that thanks to the evolution of computer technology aiming to realize a virtualized software development environment that does not depend on specific hardware is becoming the technological norm today. Simultaneously, regarding input and output technologies, I believe that it's also in line with the current technological trend that Nintendo should challenge itself with the creation of a unique user interface. I think that's more tying in with that controller.
You know, there's one thing I really hate about all this shit that we just read over. I was bitching this to you about earlier. It's all fucking vagaries to such extreme extents.
It has to be.
I know it does.
It has to be.
But it's a chore to even read through because it's like, you've said so much. I mean, really. But you've said so fucking little. You know?
Yep. All right, let's move on to ethics and Amiibo.
Well, no, hold on. We got a couple of things real quick here.
Okay.
We got one quick thing. We got Boo, Final Fantasy VII Remake being piecemeal. This is coming from a man who I had an argument with for a while, right? And basically it came down to, well, I don't want it piecemeal. I'd like to play it all at once. And it's like, okay, well, what about everyone else? Well, I don't want everyone else to have it like that.
That's the beautiful thing about being a human being, is you can do things whenever the fuck you want to. So if you want to play it all at once, wait till it's all fucking done.
That's what the fuck I said. But he's like, I'd rather they just wait till it's all done. I'm like, well, what if other people want it that way? Well, fuck them. And I was like, nah. He's probably getting pissed behind his computer screen. Because I'm paraphrasing pretty bad.
As someone who took human-computer interface last term psychology, has shown over and over, we don't like new when it comes to displays.
No.
Yeah. Especially when it comes to fucking Windows.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so right. Let's...
ethics and Amiibo.
Let's talk about this. So
take the reins on this.
All right. So the other day, we were here. Actually, I have it right here. I had some of this on my fingers. I was kind of greasing a little. I was greasing your wheels, basically. And you were like, "Hey, man, did you see that new fucking Twilight Princess HD?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did." Well, I wait. You mean Twilight? I thought you meant Wind Waker. And you're like, "No, Twilight Princess, right?" And you're like, "Did you hear about the Amiibo support?" And I was like, "No." And then what was it?
Twilight Princess was a game that was on GameCube and Wii. It's being redone in HD for Wii U, and it is going to include additional features.
That's
the majority,
wonderful.
A huge chunk of these additional features, will be unlocked using Amiibo. So, there is a Wolf Link Amiibo. That will unlock a new dungeon. Okay?
You're shitting me, right?
I'm not shitting you.
You didn't tell me that part.
I know, because I didn't know it.
Now it's even fucking worse.
I know, that's why I was really excited to talk about this.
Oh, okay.
Number 2. all of the old Legend of Zelda or current Legend of Zelda amiibos, which are Ganondorf, Link, Zelda, and Toon Link.
Okay.
Also unlock things. Both Links, so the adult Link and the Toon Link, both refill your arrows. So if you tap them to your Wii U gamepad, you get... It completely replenishes your arrows. If you have 0, it can take you up to however big your fucking quiver is.
Right.
So if you can hold 60, it'll take it up to 60.
Is it a blitzball or a class system? If not, get the fuck out.
Fuck your blitzball. He was just a dream. That ending sucks. The Zelda amiibo, when you tap it to the Wii U gamepad, completely replenishes your hearts. So basically, it's kind of like an easy difficulty for a Zelda game. The Ganondorf amiibo, when you place it, it will take more hearts when you get damaged. So an enemy that may hit you for 3 hearts will hit you for half your hearts now.
Yeah.
And those features will be unlockable for the Wii U. So this brought about...
Define unlockable.
Well, I mean, you just put the fucking thing on there.
Okay, yeah.
So this brought about a conversation where you had concerns over the ethics behind this.
Concerns is a really nice way to put it.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's accurate. So, to voice, this is horse shit.
Okay.
So, how long have people been bitching and moaning about DLC in general, right?
About 5 minutes ago in this chat room.
Exactly. Which is, I think there's a lot of merit to bitching about DLC, but at the same time, like, there are certain instances where it's fine. Yeah. That's kind of beside the point here, though. So, about this specifically.
Yep.
So, look at all this. This is, okay, the new dungeon. Okay, there's a thing about DLC, right? Whether you shit on it or not. Anyways, I've actually sidetracked a little bit. Anyways, remember back, first the argument came like this, right? Like, you're talking like XP boosts or, kit unlocks in games, right? People would be like, remember back when, cheat codes were just like in the game?
Yeah.
And you didn't have to pay for them? Like, I get that. And I don't disagree with that. But those same people are okay with buying fucking amiibos when there's exclusive content coming on it, which there's a huge fucking problem with that. One, they're in limited supply. One, they're very fucking expensive depending on which one. 2, they're physical. You could lose it. You won't just lose your fucking DLC. Like, whoops, where'd my DLC go? That doesn't fucking happen. And 3, like, okay, well, what if... there's so much fucking wrong with this. The fact that it's tied... It's DLC to an extreme worse, is my point.
Okay.
Now, what do you think?
I think those are very valid points.
Oh, okay.
I think the most valid of those, of course, is the idea that you would lose it. Now, to touch on like the availability of these things, when you buy the game, it comes with the Wolf Link amiibo.
Okay.
You buy it, it comes with it. You buy it, it comes with it.
So hold on. That's the new dungeon amiibo, right?
Yeah.
And it comes with every single one ever, or is it just...
Ever? Doubtful.
Is it just the first run of
like
releases?
the digital versions? I highly doubt it comes...
Plus, what about buying it used?
Well, that's on
that's
you.
A new dungeon.
You shouldn't be buying used games to begin with.
That's new content.
You shouldn't be buying used games to begin with. That's a totally another discussion. Number 2, the Legend of Zelda amiibo are the least rare behind the Mario line. so they're actually, I would bet you dollars to donuts.
Yeah, so Adify said that too just now, sure, but that's not the fucking point. That it's still. If I want to be able to get the content for this game, it's not just as simple, or it's not just as shitty as having to pay for it to begin with, because it's DLC. Yeah. I have to physically acquire it, whether that be through eBay, GameStop, Target, wherever.
Yep.
That's fucking horseshit, dude. That's terrible.
But these are okay. So the dungeon is the only thing that's exclusive. All these other added.
What about the hard mode version that you get for Ganondorf?
The additional hearts. The making the game harder, the refilling arrows. I
would say that.
All of those things are addendums that were not in the original release. And they are not things that make the game better. They do not physically impact the game.
I don't know about that.
So when you play Twilight Princess, were you like, damn, I really wish I had some DLC that would allow me to refill my fucking
You're arguing
hearts.
fucking hypotheticals, though. There might be people...
That's not a hypothetical.
No. There might be people that really need that help or really could use that.
Then they shouldn't be playing a fucking Zelda game.
Yeah, then fuck off. Don't play Zelda.
If you suck,
Or
if you're like, this Zelda game is too hard, do like you do with every other video game.
If you like Zelda and you're not good at it, but you're poor and you can't afford to buy a fucking Amiibo, go fuck your mother. Don't play it.
But you can afford a $60 game. You can't afford a $12 figure.
What if they bought it used? Like I said, and you're saying we'll never buy used. Well, what happens in 3 years when they're not selling it brand new anymore? Right?
Good fucking luck.
Exactly. There shouldn't be a fucking good fucking luck.
You can also buy the Amiibo used.
Oh, fucking come on.
This is stupid. You can find every single Amiibo used. On top of this, how I feel about Amiibo,
I get it's completely optional, but if you, I'm talking to iFi, if you say that's completely optional, then fuck, never bitch about DLC again because it's all optional.
And I don't.
Well, right. But I'm saying for everyone else who does. You know, you can't, making DLC literally physical is fucking ridiculous.
So,
that takes it as something that's shitty and makes it even more difficult to acquire, maintain.
I think one of the differences is that you're focusing on the fact that it's DLC that's behind a toy.
Well, no,
from my perspective,
earlier I said DLC, but I said like, well, DLC is kind of a weird term.
But DLC, it's not regardless,
downloadable content.
The content that you get in the game is what you were looking at first and foremost, and a toy is what you were looking at secondary. As someone who owns almost fucking all of them, I bought them for the toys.
Right.
So they're toys to me first and foremost. They're figures. They're nice little things to display in my house.
Yeah.
Secondarily, they happen to add content to the games.
They happen to.
Yes.
What
else is interesting is that they add different content to different games. So do you have to have them to play through Smash or Mario Kart or any of these kind of games? No, you don't have to have them. But if you did take the time to buy these Nintendo figures that are fucking 2 inches tall for $12 a piece, then guess what? We appreciate it. Here's some extra content. Here's something that's going to work for Smash. Here's something. So if you look at it from the perspective of toys first and foremost and content secondarily, which I believe personally it is, then no harm.
That's not. Well, yeah. If you look at it, this way, you know, being forcefully sodomized, it could be worse because. But if you look at it like you try to enjoy it, then it actually is pretty pleasurable. The whole thing.
To me, a bigger travesty would be if you bought all these figures and they didn't do fucking shit.
Oh, you mean so like every fucking collectible figurine in the world ever up until this point?
Yes.
Like somehow those are a tragedy because they don't do
anything.
No,
I'm not saying those aren't a tragedy. I'm saying these particular figures that Nintendo has released.
Okay, Tommy, listen. If Nintendo released Amiibos and they didn't do that, you'd still have every single fucking one of them and you'd love them. You'd have them up on your shelves.
Do you know how much DLC I've actually done? Like next to none. Like I don't care. I've never trained one of the characters in Smash.
That's you though.
But what I'm saying is like, so if this game comes out, are you like, I'm not going to buy this game because I can't use this toy to refill my hearts?
No. There's the extra dungeon and the fucking hard mode and shit. Plus, okay, here's the thing. You're being an apologist big time on this. Because listen, there's always been that argument of like, why don't you just ship the game with this in there, right? Like, why can't you just allow me to do that? And they're like, well, and the fact that they're fucking, there's at least the dungeon thing. There's content, especially right there, right? That it's exclusive to somebody who buys it.
Yeah.
And it's a physical piece, which makes it even worse. Like, the option of DLC, I think is kind of shitty. A lot of times. Not all the time, right? Yeah. It really depends.
Yeah.
But in this case...
Are you real upset that you didn't get all those skins for Mario Kart? I really wanted my Mii guy in Mario Kart to have a fucking Donkey Kong outfit on.
Look, the thing is, you can't... If they still allow those options to be bought even a la carte for way cheaper, like you want the extra dungeon, pay 99 cents or $2 for DLC, I'd be fine with that. But as someone who doesn't give a fuck about Amiibo, I don't give a shit. I don't want that extra dungeon. I have to be forced to fucking go buy this physical toy, keep it on hand forever for when I want to whip this fucking game out.
I can't prove one way or another, but I don't think it's every single time you want to go into that dungeon. I think that just unlocks the dungeon.
Yeah, but let's say I'm on a different Wii U because mine's broken, or I'm at a friend's house or something.
They've come out and said multiple times, it is not imperative that you have these to experience the full game.
Including the dungeon, the full game.
It's an additional dungeon. It's not.
It's not the fucking full game then.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Twilight Princess, as you have always known it, is still there.
Ah, Jesus. So do you remember what was it? The Wind Waker HD? Didn't they get you get a little bit of extra shit from that for fucking free? You didn't have to unlock it with Amiibo.
What are you talking about? You're talking about like things
Just
that made the game quicker or shorter?
Yeah.
All of those things are also in Twilight Princess HD.
Right.
But they are not locked behind Amiibo.
Right, those were added.
Yeah, but they're not locked behind Amiibo.
But this time around, it's like, oh, but now we can make you pay for the fucking Amiibo.
No, those things are...
Let's read a couple comments.
Those things are still in Twilight Princess HD. And not unlocked behind Amiibo.
So, but
there are things that make the game shorter,
Yeah.
quicker, like the types of changes that they applied to Wind Waker. They have applied similar changes to Twilight Princess, but they're not locked behind the Amiibo.
So
the things that are locked behind the fucking Amiibo,
I know what you're saying.
Are improving your fucking health and your arrows, or making basically.
Look,
basically what they're adding is those things are adding difficulty settings to a Zelda game, which have never existed in any Zelda game ever.
Listen. Tommy, I get what you're saying, but once again, I had to say you're being a fucking apologist about it. It's like, well, yeah, those things are better. Hold on. Let me fucking finish my point here. It's like, well, they gave us this much, which is the same as last time. Now, this time, hypothetically, they'd have the ability to give us the extra inch and a mile, but they're not. So be happy with what exactly you got last time before Amiibos. No. Hey, hold on. Let's read a fucking couple comments. A lot of people have been weighing in on this. Do you want to?
Sure.
So start at the top
I do want to touch on, you got your statement out there. When I tried to bring mine in, you were like, no, let me finish mine. And then as soon as you finish yours, you're like, let's go to comments now.
Then fuck them, man. Say what you want to say.
See, now you're saying that I'm trying to say fuck the commenters.
Well, look, people have been trying to weigh in on this. And
then let them weigh in and stop trying to make your point.
Well, but that was... All right. So I just don't see how... I really, honestly, don't see... how you think this is a fucking good direction, or it's not.
I'm not saying it's a good direction.
Then what the fuck
I'm saying
are you
that
arguing?
it is not something that offends me or bothers me. I'm saying, as someone who bought the figures, I'm glad that they are actually fucking utilizing them.
So this is a this is a Bunami sort of situation then, where it's like, well, I think it's great.
Because
fuck everyone else. So
I didn't say fuck everyone else.
No, but that's kind of the point.
I'm saying these features.
Personally, I don't think it's great,
every one of these features in all of these games are not things that impact the experience. Every little addition that they've made to any of these games, they do not affect your experience at all. It's not play to win. It's not fucking any of the other type of DLC models that piss people off. It's a toy that happens to give you extra things in games. It's not like fucking Skylanders where you have to, in order to get behind this gate, it's like you must have a fire element. Or you have to buy a fire toy to get through that door.
My biggest point
it's all
here is,
extra content.
I do not think that DLC, especially which is already kind of a controversial, depending on how it's done, shitty thing, should be now tied to physical fucking toys that you have to pay even more for. And you can
That was basically the first thing you said.
Yeah, and I was giving points on exactly why I think that.
So you're good.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
All right, let's check out some comments.
You do that. I'll be right back.
Okay. See this fucking guy? He's getting his feelings hurt over here. No, go ahead. Go do whatever it is you're gonna do.
I'm gonna piss.
Go have a piss. Go smoke a cigarette. Go do your thing.
I'll be right back.
I'm gonna read some motherfucking comments.
Well, please read them loud, because I'm leaving the door open while I pee here.
Leaving the door open while he pees.
So I gotta know what you're saying.
Buying DLC is optional as well. This is Darth Axis, but it doesn't run out or break if I step on it. That's correct. But everything that's saved is to this little chip that's like, good luck breaking it. I know that's not fair, but still. Grimlock, I feel like the great Amiibo argument at this point is summed up by build a bridge, put on a helmet, because life sucks, get over it, and play your fucking game. But the Amiibo isn't DLC, besides the Amiibo that comes with the game. Agreed 100%, physical DLC equals boo. Moocher says, if functions like DLC, like how it adds characters and features to different games... Moocher333. Nice to meet you, Moocher. Idify says, same, I bought my Amiibos for the toys. The Muffin Man says, I'm thinking turkey and salami sandwiches when I get home. What kind of cheese? Ankin says, yes, you have to have them, lol. Idify says, only one Amiibo adds content. Moocher, let's be honest, it's pretty fun when you touch the Amiibo to the controller and watch something happen. Idify, all the other Amiibo is a cheat. How is the extra hearts any different than a cheat? I think that's fair. Darth Axis, you don't also have to buy the add-ons to Xenoverse to play it when it's on the disc, but if there are other pieces, then it's only full when you have all the pieces. Darth Axis says, are you saying that you can only have the first 150 Pokemon, and never use or see any other Pokemon? Idify says, LOL, I think you're looking too much into this extra dungeon amiibo.
Perhaps.
I can almost guarantee the dungeon isn't going to add anything new besides a fairy fountain.
But okay, we're pretty much done with this, right?
Yeah, we're done with it.
But the one final, do you want to have a final say?
No, go ahead, please.
I was just gonna say, look, everyone is all there's a lot of controversy about DLC. I see zero
there
reason.
was in like 2012.
Well, no, there's still
like
there still is fucking all the time.
Well, you float in the communities where people actually.
Oh, sorry, I'm part of the toxic communities.
Yeah, you are.
But yeah, making what is essentially DLC, extra content, physical that you have to purchase in a physical medium, I think is a horrible way to go. That's just my opinion.
What are your thoughts on Lego Dimensions? I fucking love Lego Dimensions.
I have no idea what Lego Dimensions is.
So he doesn't care.
I don't take part in the communities that talk about Lego Dimensions. I don't get into that toxic stuff.
All right. Lego is all DLC. It's true, it is. Like, I play all those Toys to Life games. Dude, that Ghostbusters Lego Dimensions,
take a slide.
they use the movie sound bites. It's so cool. Man, you had to pay extra money to access that content. And it's locked behind those toys. All of it is.
I'd have the same exact argument there.
You're like, oh, this game's fucking garbage. I can't play the Doctor Who
say it's
level.
garbage.
I can't play the Doctor Who level unless I buy the Doctor Who pack that's fucking $30.
Yeah, that sucks.
It's fucking awesome. As someone who paid $30 for it, it's
yeah.
LOL, DKP, you're a dick.
Yeah, you said above, I like microtransactions too.
I do.
So there you go. It's just a difference of opinion.
Potato, tomato.
Well, it really is.
All right. I think we're wrapping up on this. We're getting close on time. 10:54.
Yeah, we have a very, very quick segment. This is going to be something, we're going to get to the $25 Amazon gift card giveaway here in just a moment. We did have one more thing, though. And we're going to try to do this every week.
We're definitely doing it every week.
Yeah. So, yeah, okay, fine. Definitely doing it every week from now on, right? Much like the Amazon gift card giveaway. Tell your friends, etc., if you want less of a chance to win. But, anyway, so this is, if you guys ever watch my YouTube channel, there's a series that I've done called Games You Should Have Played, right? Now, we're going to bring this, I no longer really have time to work on those videos that often, because, we're doing live content now.
Yep.
Often. But to kind of give some recommendations for, if you guys are bored in the shit, you don't know what to do, this is games that either, even if you haven't played them, that's fine and good. Maybe you need to be reminded that it exists.
For sure.
So, with no further ado, our first one is going to be motherfucking Ape Escape. This is actually, I was working on a video for this one.
Before we get to it, I want to bring context.
Yeah.
The new segment every week
Yeah.
is games you should have played.
Mm-hmm.
Each week, each of us are going to bring a different game. This week is going to be your game, next week is mine, the following week is yours, and so on and so forth. So every week we're going to be taking 5-10 minutes to talk about a game that you should have played.
Yeah.
And if you played it, fucking wonderful. We just want to bring it back.
Again.
We want to bring it back into your hearts and minds.
So no, who here has not played Ape Escape? This was a tremendous.
I haven't.
You haven't.
I haven't.
Then we have to do that at some point.
I'm down.
This was the very, very first game that used the DualShock controller for the original PlayStation.
You had to have it to play.
Wait, is Prep Ape adding DLC? Yes, free DLC, baby. It's great. So let's look at the pros though here, huh? It's got monkeys.
You're a fan of the monkeys.
Absolutely. I mean,
hey,
look at this fucking shit.
We're the monkeys.
It's a complete. I say completionist dream here. I mean, there's an insane amount. So you get new gadgets. You can go back to different worlds, backtrack, capture all of the apes, get a different ending. It's tremendous, right? It's humorous. Like let's say, for example, there's a small. You're chasing apes now. One thing I'd like to also point out. Moving forward, there will be gameplay footage rolling, but I was working to try to get a Skype call set up the whole, fucking 3 hours beforehand. So it's a picture this time, okay? Sorry, but... Anyways, each monkey has a little profile that you can read when you're trying to catch them. And it'll say shit like, really likes fucking Bob Ross. Or is manically depressed. Shit like that. So it's humorous. You got lots of gadgets, great gameplay, great graphics. It controls great. It's one of the best games ever.
Really?
Yes.
If you had a top 30, it'd be in that list.
Oh, fucking easy, top 30. Cool. Not top 10. There's much better ones.
We hadn't talked much about it, so it's interesting to hear. So
Yeah. The cons though. Okay, so they're here are the cons. Nothing. Go buy it, you cheap fuck. It is not expensive. It is, in fact, perhaps in certain ways. Let's look at the availability of it. Or
$10,
or you can. Well, I have no idea what that's supposed to say. But
like an emu, like the bird.
Well, I feel like those are kind of like censored letters. I'm not positive though. Yeah, I agree. I'll pay to vote dress DKP. Well, Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, we did have that.
We
wig.
could do
we
that
did have that
soon.
wig stream where we wore lady wigs.
I mean, or I could just go, put on the old skin suit, tuck in my penis, and come and give you guys a good show. But that would have to be on my free cams, unfortunately.
Yeah. Can't get away with that on Twitch.
There's only so many Frederica Bimmels, that's why I have to maintain this figure. So no, basically this is a pretty short. We don't have a lot to go over. This is the first. Like I said, we spent so much time trying to get fucking Skype to work for this, and
we failed miserably.
Well, no, not miserably. We're at the cusp.
We failed miserably.
It'll be working, so you guys can call in, etc., etc. That'll be Monday and moving forward when we put out that number. So yeah, if you guys have not played Ape Escape, fucking do it.
Yep.
And now we're gonna move on to our final segment.
Name
the $25 Amazon gift card.
Name that Vidya. So I'm gonna give a breakdown of how Name That Vidya works. Play the theme song for me. Or you could call up GBD and he could show his boob ass.
Well, here's the thing. I can't play the theme song until somebody gets it.
Gotcha. You gotta win to get the theme song.
It is,
all right, so here's how Name That Vidya works. We have this book here. This nice book. It's called 1001 Video Games You Must Play Before You Die. Die.
Although I will say there's many in there that you shouldn't play. Furlong. Yeah. This is the one I always... Furlong Racing is in there. That's horse racing. No one should ever play.
So what we do is we open the book. I read out the synopsis or the breakdown that's written out in the book. I omit words that are a little too telling. So if it's a main character's name, if it's the developer, if it's the title of the game, if it's things that will lead you to solve this much quicker, I omit those. So I read it out. The first person to type out in the chat room what the game that we are reading off is gets a $25 Amazon gift card. Talked to Love Muffin Mans. He was here last week. He won a $25 gift card and he bought a cable with it. Is that what he said? Got himself a LAN cable. Yeah.
Which, by the way, Wexy already won it. It was Tour de France. That's what we're going to do.
Can't fucking believe I don't know if Tour de France is in there.
Furlong Races. Oh, by the way. Hold on.
Yeah.
I do think I've identified the next thing Idify will be ribbing my ass for like the next year.
What's that?
DLC and Amiibos. Look at this. It's already coming, baby.
Yeah.
That can go along with looking up the solution to that puzzle one time on Resident Evil, the name story. This is great. Fellas, this is great.
No, this is good. Come back here, Idify. Rip DKP a new one.
So hold on. Before we continue, there are a couple stipulations. If we're describing something and you think, oh, it's Call of Duty, and it's specifically Call of Duty 2 that's being described in here, it has to be the actual sequel. You can't just say
like last week, for example, was God of War 2.
Yep.
So we were listing it off, and everyone was like, oh, God of War. And then LaMuffin Mans threw out that God of War 2, got it right. If we're like, hey, man, it's a game where you play as Mario, and you're running through levels, and you're jumping, and you're traveling and stuff, and you have a fucking raccoon tail. That's not Super Mario Brothers 2. That's not Super Mario Brothers. That's very clearly Super Mario.
You got to get it precisely and take as many tries as you want. The second,
absolutely.
The correct
the first person that gets it right, boom, $25 gift card. So without further ado,
let us go.
Are you gentlemen and perhaps ladies ready to play Name That Vidya?
I'm not.
You're not?
No, but I think we should continue.
All right, let's do this. Everybody listening, everybody watching.
Here we go.
Here it goes. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Wait, you didn't do the...
Even if you didn't know that Blank's developer, Blank, hailed from the depths of Texas, 10 minutes playing this brilliant mashup of a first-person shooter and a role-playing game would probably lead you to the conclusion Blank has a wonderful sense of place. From the roadkill heavy opening to the jarring white trash soundtrack, all contained within the game's insane alien world. A scrubby patchwork of trailer parks, hicks, and mutilated hillbillies. The snarky sense of humor makes the simple mechanics seem fresh all the way into the last headshot. Choose one of 4 character classes and step off the bus. Boom!
And Mr. Ida won at Borderlands. Oh, wait.
Borderlands it is.
He misspelled Borderlands.
And then right afterwards, he correctly spelled it.
he misspelled it, though.
Oh, man.
I'm just kidding.
Yay! Borderlands. That's it. Borderlands it is.
I shouldn't have went, I should have just played it. I'll make sure to fix that next time.
You should.
So yeah, that's about how it goes. We will be doing this, of course, every Friday.
I don't know if we have your email address.
I think I do. If
well,
not,
message
send
it to DKP
us.
on whatever.
We have to put that into Amazon to shoot it over.
Yep, we got to pop it in, and a $25 gift card will be in your inbox within the next 30 minutes.
Indeed.
Borderlands! Here's the synopsis. This is a wonderful book. You can find it on Amazon and other book places.
By the way, I don't think...
iDefy works for the stream. He does actually work for the stream.
Well, he's one of our moderators.
Yeah, he's one of our moderators.
He is located, like half a country away from us?
Yep. He's in California.
But no.
Listen, man. So congratulations, iDefy. A $25 gift card is coming your way. I do want to touch on something. There is no cap to how much you can win. If you come in every fucking Friday,
wait a minute.
And you're just...
I thought you were like, I don't know how much more money I want to put into this month.
No, not like more money per episode.
No, I don't.
But iDefy could win next week. He could win the week after. LaMuffin Mans could win after that. If you just know your fucking video games, you could come in and just fucking wreck shop and get new video games every month.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So, I'd say let's move on to the very last segment. There's no real segments. What we always do before we end preparation, Ape, is if you guys have any questions, Q&A, I guess.
Yep. Ask us questions, comments,
anything
concerns.
You were hoping that...
If you have any feedback, we'd love to get some feedback. While you guys are queuing those up, I want to run through the gamut of things that we always try to do. So, number one, make sure you check out all of our panels. They break down who we are, what we do, when we do it, how we do it, all that kind of stuff. There's also several places that you can keep up with us. You can follow us on Twitter at Chainsaw Ape. You definitely should check out our YouTube channel because, as DKP stated earlier, you can find some produced content that he's been putting on that channel for a few years now. Also, every single episode of Prep 8, back to the very first one, is published on there. So, if you want to go see how shitty this used to be and how 20 years from now, how shitty it is today.
God forbid we start uploading some of our old podcast episodes.
Oh yeah, we actually, before all of this started, we did a podcast for a while,
for like a year, just practice runs.
We
gotta get to where we're good at this.
We gotta make sure we don't have dead air. We gotta make sure we know how to fucking talk about video games. So
DKB, how do you get your Clark Kent hair so flippy? I fucking hate it. Honestly, it's that's not planned.
You gotta get that,
and it's a fucking hassle. I promise. It's a hassle.
We missed a few comments, so come on back with it.
Yeah, sure. Let's hit those real quick.
Scroll up. I think we missed a couple.
So what is your take on the Amiibo issue? Yeah, fuck off.
Tommy, I miss you. Miss you too, Exy.
That's Mr. Dool, by the way.
Yeah, for sure. With $25, Escape from New York Collector's Edition. Nice. DKP, what is your favorite piece of DLC?
Favorite piece of DLC? Honestly,
something to do with Dark Souls.
Well, let me think of that for half a second.
All right. While you're doing that, I'm gonna read.
No. Well, does Far Cry Blood Dragon count as DLC? That's kind of a separate game.
Yeah, I feel like this is a standalone expansion.
So I'd probably say honestly, Artorias of the Abyss DLC for the original Dark Souls.
Cool. What's your take on the Amiibo issue? Yeah,
these guys got jokes.
Major Tom, I miss you like we need to make sweet love. That is not a question. That is a fact.
Oh, Undead Nightmare was a good one too, though.
DKP, how do you get your Clark Kent hair so...
Yeah.
Yep, we already answered that. Will the DKP DLC be released? I want to know how to dress like him. So we actually will have some Chainsaw 8 DLC, but what you're going to have to do is you have to buy the DKP and Major Tom action figures to be able to unlock it.
But I also like the my dress apparently is that of a late 90s punk or a surfer guy.
Yeah.
when it's definitely not. Nah, I mean, that's
What it is
weird.
this is the best I can do.
Yeah, kind of.
Maybe an Amiibo DKP DLC will be a hot rod something. Red Dead Redemption Zombies. Sorry, he keeps opening the window as if whatever's up there is important.
Well, you've
it'll be hot rod, leather jacket, and a toothpick that he sucks on. Red Dead Redemption Zombies. I would agree with that. I think Undead Nightmare.
Did they
was the
say a
best DLC.
tooth dick?
Toothpick?
Oh, toothpick. I think
I might have said dick.
like a teethed dick.
Dude, Zombies
No.
in Red Dead Redemption, best DLC ever. I agree. Laugh my fucking ass off. I'd buy those. You got to get those Major Tom and dude, we really do need to get some like animated looking figures of us. Get that 3D printer action going.
Oh god.
We
We could probably get an intermission guy to do that.
We got to get a ape face.
People, but we can't even give our stickers away. Oh, holy shit! Hold on.
Yeah, we have stickers.
Let me
Go
open
grab
the safe
stickers.
here.
I do want to make an ape face figure at some point. Ape face is our mascot. He's the guy that's so handsomely behind us right here.
If you guys want stickers, etc., send us your address.
Yeah,
and
send us
name,
your address.
Send
We'll
us
send you some
whatever
free
to do it.
stickers.
For free.
Free
of
advertising
course.
for us, so we're all about it. And
But-
by free, I mean these stickers are like,
You know.
how much are they?
Well,
It's like $100 for like 100. They're like $1 a piece or so.
Yeah,
I don't
roughly.
fucking know. Something like that. They're like $1 a piece, but they're worth it. Stickers? What? Yeah, Drunk Gizmo. You message us your address or something like that. We'll get you some stickers.
yeah.
Where's my polo shirt, DKP? I got all the polo shirts. The problem is they're large and XL.
Well,
and you're like a schmedium.
Well, the other thing is we actually had like friends of ours embroider those for us. Currently,
So that may be a bit of a challenge
You know,
to
maybe someone
mass
maybe
produce.
someone could help us out here with this. Right? The stickers are waterproof. Actually, they're like vinyl
There are stickers. Peviv,
Yeah.
I'll bring you some to work. If I can remember, I'll bring a couple.
Yeah, the
tomorrow
stickers
and
are
pop them on
vinyl.
the desk.
They're waterproof, so you can put them on your car if you want. A Canada has them on her car. You know, I've seen them on a couple other ones, not around town.
They look really good on an iPad.
Yeah.
Good iPads.
But anyways, if anyone knows about this as far as T-shirt wise, there has to be a service, and if you could help us out with this, I'll give you another $20 Amazon gift card if anyone can say exactly where this
you go.
is and where it works.
Work for us and make some money.
Because this is a hard thing to Google. Like I can't find exactly. There's so many of the results that pop up. Basically, you can host a T-shirt, and people can just buy it one at a time. Like I can put a link, people can go click on it, buy the T-shirt. It'll be sent to them. That way, we don't have to do like a weird thing, like for
Where
shirts.
we have
that
to
sort
buy
of
a
stuff.
bunch of shirts, then turn around and flip them.
Yes, I know there has to be a service like that out there, but I cannot fucking find one. So if anyone can actually say that or let us know, even if we end the stream later and you find one, shoot us on Twitter or whatever.
There's one
I'll
more
give
thing
you a
we forgot
$20
to do.
Amazon gift card myself.
We forgot to do that. Forgot to switch over the game. Borderlands!
Yeah!
Good job, Idify. Hey, I have that info. My wife does.
How
Hunk
big
can
are
help us out,
stickers?
brother.
I have a dent that needs covering.
Pull one of those stickers out and let's compare it to
Jesus.
something. Give me a couple of them anyway, because I'm out and I want to take Peviv one. PayPal should have an online storefront you can make. She does it for the cheer organization she runs. Parents order shirts. Stickers! So here is a pack of DKP cigarettes. Here are the stickers. That should give you an idea of the size.
That's them.
Here's them next to a phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if I can send you like forward, you can just double them up and cover that dent. It'll look great. Well, anyways, yeah,
I think that's it.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna wrap it up.
Well, if you guys don't have anything else, big time major, yes, please give us a follow. We work very hard here, and we hope you guys enjoy it.
Yep. 1hourtees.com says Lord Barbecue. We'll investigate that as soon as we get everything wrapped up.
And I'll send you a Twitch message if that's kind of what we're looking for.
It's
there.
11 o'clock. Let's go ahead and call it.
All right, fellas. Well, you guys have a great night, and we will see you here soon. Thanks for joining Prep Ape. If you're watching this on YouTube, why the fuck did you miss it? But anyways,
Every
fellas,
Friday, 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time.
that's it. All right, and that with no further ado,
I'm Major Tom.
goodbye. DKP. The fuck? Holy shit.
You get a message?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. You got the shirt link.
Yeah, but look at
Thank you
that
very
shit.
much.
Man,
What a show.
have you ever like...
Man, we were getting fucking seriously hot and bothered with that Amiibo shit.
It's just all the sexual tension. It's palpable.
It's palpable. I can taste the sweat on my
it's
ass
awful.
right now. Or you can for me if you like.
Yeah, sure, come here.
I'm being...
Oh God, we're still live, fellas! Ah! Hamina.